Good morning. We are in the main office of NOSA in South Africa in company of Johan Rheeder. He's our technical manager for auditing, and Johan is going to give us an overview of the NOSA 5-star integrated auditing system. Johan, can you please introduce the NOSA 5-star risk management system and the audit methodology, please?
Thank you very much. Yes, the NOSA 5-star system was developed over a period of time. It's a risk-based management system and it is in existence since 1951. It helps and assists a company to implement systems, OHS or HSE, as a single or as an integrated management system. For the successful implementation of the system itself, all applicable NOSA elements, there are 75 of them. However, within the system itself, you only implement or apply the ones that's required by the company itself. So it's based on the risk profile of the organization, and that will determine what needs to be implemented. Then also the system supports the Deming cycle, the Deming cycle plan, do, check and act, as well as then also the Louis Allen cycle, that is plan, lead, organize and then also correct itself. The NOSA system, where it was implemented in the world, was found to be very and highly effective in the management and also to prevent fatalities, injuries in terms of safety. That is where the blood will typically flow, broken legs, arms, things like that. And then also from a health point of view, occupational health, occupational diseases, typically lung diseases, skin diseases, things like that. And then coming to the environment itself, also to prevent environmental incidents. And then in the case where something went wrong, it's also important to take into consideration that a NOSA system also assists to mitigate it. So instead of having a fatality, you might have a serious injury or a injury itself, but not a fatality itself. In essence, that's what the system will do. Preventive system, managing occupational health safety, as well as environmental issues.
What types of audits does NOSA offer, and what industries can be audited against the system?
First of all, as part of your first question, the NOSA audit methodology, we've got a 10-step methodology. It's aligned with ISO 19011. The international standard for a certification or audits itself. Then the difference between the NOSA auditing methodologies, we look at incidents. Other systems do not look at incidents per se because we calculate the disabling injury frequency rate. Now, enough said of that. The types of audits that we can provide from a NOSA auditing inspection point of view, client-specific or limited scope. That is where a client will require a specific part of the system audit, like incidents. They had incidents and maybe they want an incident investigation. So we look at the incident system and see what's right there, what's wrong, and where we can improve on it. The second one is a gap or a baseline audit. That is to do an audit to establish between the ideal state and where the organization is and what we need to do in order to get there. The third one is a gap, is the grading audit itself. The grading audit being done using the NOSA protocol and also the methodology as was said. Then the last one, we also conduct legal compliance audits. So legal compliance from that point of view is looking at the company itself and also the organization and then in the space where they operate. So there we will look at typically legislation from a health and safety point of view as well as environmental point of view. And also any industry can be audited by the NOSA system. And also because the NOSA system is universal, as I already indicated with the Deming cycle, as well as other methodologies included into it.
What are the benefits for the companies being audited?
To start off with it, I think it's important to say and to look at it, if you do not measure anything, you will never know where your defeat lies or your successes are situated. In essence, that is what we, from a NOSA auditing point of view, we want to indicate where things can go wrong, or then also the positives itself. NOSA audits are conducted to achieve the following: in order to establish the strengths and the weaknesses of a system, to also to indicate opportunities for improvement, and that is where in the NOSA system itself the world's best practice that's built into our element requirements comes in. Then also to measure the progress achieved. For that purposes, that's where the grading system will come in, because what we do is you can get from a 0 to a 5-star when we audit you. It's not just like in certification where you have certificate, yes, or you don't have it. We can measure you while you're on the journey from a 0 to a 5-star. So it's like a carrot in front of the organization, and you constantly strive to improve. Then also the other part of it, and there are many, numerous, but the other most important is we've got very capable auditors, and those auditors, when we're doing the audits, we share knowledge with the client itself. It's not consultation. We share knowledge with them, so at the end of the day that we can also transfer knowledge from our side, what we experience worldwide, to the client itself, so that their system can improve tremendously. Then the last one is to determine the status of the organization's system itself, and that is what I already indicated, the awarding of the star grading itself.